This week's KIP will be on question 2, paper 2, which is the synthesis question, where you will read 2 texts and you will take the key quotes from each linked to a question focus and you will summarise these into one paragraph. There is absolutely no need to use any subject terminology for this question. I am quite concerned that all of the hard work, organisation and the immense amount of training will be a terrible waste since the FA have found out about our match. Apparently, we are a threat. Can you believe it? 12 women, a collection of mill workers, maids and laundresses. It is hardly an intimidating group of females that could threaten a man's sense of physical prowess, is it? There is no threat to the masculinity of the game. However, the FA have made their opinion known that it is a man's game and that it would be inappropriate for women to show her legs or act in a physically aggressive way whilst competing for possession of the ball. Not only that, they say, they have demeaned us as players and have insulted our skills. It is outrageous. Nellie Smithson is one of the most skilled, talented players we have who can expertly dribble a ball past any male player. Do they not realise that we have had the privilege of expert tutelage by John William Julian, who has coached Tottenham in England? We would hate to let Lady Florence Dixie down, as our sponsor and chairman has supported us wholeheartedly, to which we owe our tremendous thanks. It still makes me laugh to see John's face when he turned up for training and found us playing in our undergarments and blouses. Lady Florence is a supporter of the rational dress movement and says she is determined to free us from the constraints of corsets and petticoats of Victorian society. She says she is determined to keep pushing the boundaries and campaigning for equal rights, especially when it comes to a sport she loves. I do hope we get to play. So far, ticket sales have been good and I think London is excited for a game with Scotland. It is the women of the South versus the women of the North. Apparently, 8,000 tickets have been sold and there is more demand. How can we be a threat to the game if so many people have paid to watch us play? Unlike the men, we do not profit from the match. As Lady Florence states, it is good for our physique to keep us slim, so at the least they could do would be to let the game continue. If this is a success and the FA let us play, there has been talk that we would travel to Inverness to play in Scotland. Imagine that! It is beyond exciting and we can only hope and dream that the FA see that it is harmless to let us play and support our game. Our gender may prevent us from doing something we love, which is an injustice that needs to be challenged, especially when it causes no harm to others. So this is just a reminder that for this question, question 2, it's a synthesis question, that you are not to use any subject terminology at all. You are literally looking at the question focus, finding a quote that will match that. Then you are making an inference about what that tells us about the quote and looking at differences. So here, the writer shows her shock and incredulity that people's perceptions view women as a threat or a problem for playing football. I've highlighted they have demeaned us as players and have insulted our skills, which shows the writer's annoyance that viewers have disrespected or been scornful about their ability to play football. The writer is appalled that other people have this negative view of women playing football. She feels the need to justify, with an example of Nellie Smithson, the talent that they have within their team. When it says campaigning for equal rights, the writer here is showing her admiration for Lady Florence, who is somebody who keeps campaigning for the fairness within football for women to be able to play too. The writer uses reference to the ticket sales to suggest that the whole country is very enthusiastic and eager about the prospect of the women's football game against Scotland. We can infer that since so many tickets have been sold, that there is a demand and a general interest in females playing football. The writer shows her views of women playing football, saying that it's more than just earning money from the sport, in that it actually keeps them healthy and lets them look after their figures. The writer shows her passion for females playing the sport, particularly at the end when she says, "Scotland, imagine that, it is beyond exciting," because she sounds particularly animated and enlivened, showing how passionate and thrilled they are to be playing football. The final point I've highlighted is when it says it causes no harm to others, which we could infer then that women should be allowed to keep playing football because it doesn't hurt anybody for them to do so. We can infer here that there is no deliberate intent to cause anybody harm or any injury, or suffering or distress, and therefore women should be allowed to continue to keep playing football in the eyes of the writer. This week, to be in with a chance of winning a prize, what I would like you to do is to like and to share this video with other pupils so that more people can watch it in preparation for the KIP on Thursday or Friday.